Right, now we have the top view, which is sitting on picture plane. What we need to check is an angle of this line and an angle of that line. For you to test is to place your own set square to see what angle that is. So we're getting 30 degrees. Therefore, we're saying that it must add up to 90. So if we say 30, or rather 90 minus 30, that's how we're getting 60. So both sides must now give you 90. So the top view or helping view and the 2-point perspective is always sitting at an angle. Then below that we have what we call a horizon line, which can be at any position. So it can move down if you want to place it there, right? But in this moment now, it's at that position. Then we have what we call a station point. The station point is you standing at that position, looking at that object at that time. So the station point also can be anywhere. So the station point, because it's you, it can be moved, and you could be standing at this position and looking at that object. All right, so it can be anywhere, but in this moment in time, that's where your station point is. Then we have this helping view. We cannot say this is a front or left or right. These are just the helping views to show you what the view will look like when the drawing is completed. Now, looking at this here, we need to find RVP and LVP. So we're going to start by drawing from station point. And remember, the angle on this side is 60 degrees. So if you go to draw a 60-degree line, that will go to picture plane. Then now it's 59. Then now it's 60 degrees. Once the line hits the picture plane, so all we need to do now is to drop. Now we need to drop the line to horizon line from picture plane. From picture plane, then we drop it to horizon line. So this is now our RVP. All right. So you need to label that RVP immediately before you forget. So I'm going to label this as RVP because it's on the right hand side. Okay, yes. Vanishing point. When something vanishes. So this is RVP, right vanishing point. There we go, labeled. Now to repeat this process again, this side here is 30 degrees. So you've got to take your set square, place it on station point, draw a 30-degree line that goes to the station point, rather to the picture plane. Then when it's on the picture plane, then what do? You stop there and then you drop it. Just to make sure that they are parallel, which of course you'll be using your set square. This is 30, this is what I will do to make it easier. So let me make it a construction line. So that's a construction line. So you will have your set squares, remember? Your set squares is gonna tell you that. Now, there we go. Now, this is on picture plane. Then you draw a vertical line from picture plane, which then goes to a horizon line. And then what do you call this? It's on the left-hand side. This is LVP. So you're going to label this LVP. It's no longer on the right hand side, so we're going to label it LVP. There we go. Now we have these 2 points. So my advice is that we don't need to show this line here. Why? Because you're going to have a lot of lines going in this area. So what I prefer you do is from station point, Don't just place yourself square there. When you get into this position here, between horizon line and picture plane, then show the construction, because you are getting marks for this line, position, and the label. So this alone is 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 marks alone here. So on this side also 4 marks. However, this is divided by 2. 4 half marks rather. So you're getting 4 in total on both sides. Now we want to start the drawing. A corner that is sitting on a picture plane must be drawn to the ground line. There we go. Ground line. From the ground line, we go to the vanishing point, R. From the ground line, we draw a line to the vanishing point left. Now we know this is where the drawing is going to be sitting. All right. Perhaps let's put colors here so that we don't get confused.
So those colors confuse me more.
So that we are able to pick up. And so this is where we're starting. So now, now we need to, each corner that you see on the top view must be dropped to station point. So here we have 1 station point, another one, 2. All right. Let me drop this one here also. 1, 2. I'll stop here. Now these are walls and the roof. So we want them on a picture plane actually. We don't want them right to station point, but we use station point. We use station point to drop them. That's why I am now erasing them, so you see that they stop here. Then again, let's have them in color so that we are able to pick up as to these are the walls. Now there we go. Now we need to draw a vertical line from picture plane. From that corner, draw a vertical line from picture plane that will meet the purple line. There we go. All right. From this end, drop a vertical line to the purple line. Now, you're getting the shape of what you need. However, I think we should not have, this line must still be there. There we go. Now, there's a height here. This height here. We need to draw a construction line of this height because it's the same height from there to this vertical line at the corner here. For us to get this side of the house, we must take this to picture plane. Left vanishing point. Now, can you see that we've got the side here, or what it may look like? Now, do the same thing. Let's go to the right-hand side. Height, take it to right vanishing point. There we go. We've got the walls now. All right. Now, you'll be working in pencil. At the moment, these are just construction lines, which must be light. But you get the shape here that's what it's going to look like. So, I'm going to trim this so that you are able to recognize them as to this, that, trim that, trim that, trim that. Now, if you look at this here, let's make it dark. That you don't erase, I said to you, because yours will be construction lines. Now, I'm not going to make this dark at the moment. So this is what it looks like. Now, your house needs the roof. All right. How then do we get the roof? there is what we call a height method. You have to extend this line to picture plane.
So I think don't you bring it down on the other side?
Picture plane. Extend it to picture plane. From picture plane, draw a vertical line. Remember, you are looking for this height here. So, correctly so, Arnold, from that height, take it to that line. It came from the left-hand side. That's why we're taking it to the left vanishing point. There we go. All right. Now, yes? Yes, you dropped it when you extended. See here. Watch. From left down towards the right-hand side. That's why it's going back to where it came from. So this is the line that we're talking about. So these are the lines. These two lines that we need. So now we can drop from picture plane. There we go. Then it joins there. One, can you see that? Likewise, on this side, drop. There we go. And then it goes to this height here. And on the right hand side, it goes to that height. Now I want to trim what we don't need so that it's clear to you. That and that there's no line there, right? So there's no line here also. And there's no line here. So now, if you look at this drawing now, you're gonna let's make it dark. That's what you've been looking for. Now there's your house. Yes. Now you make it dark. But it looks like here I should have drawn a line because I think I can see this part here at the back. So draw a line to LVP. Can you see that? You can see that other side at the back. Therefore, the corner at the back, this corner here, must be taken to station point. Right? Station point. And we then use or start from picture plane, drop it from picture plane, and then when it intersects, yes, and that's where our line, our point will be. Then from there, we now need to join these 2 points because it means we can see that side. So what we will then do is make the line dark. So you now use your pencil to draw this dark, and that's what the house looks like without windows and doors, of course. Okay. How then do we get the windows and the door? Simple, straightforward. So, line, remember, we didn't do anything with the door and the window. So every corner that is on this view must be taken to station point, rather picture plane, but we are using a station point. I'll start with this door. Corner there, down, station point, repeat the same thing. So, let me put color here so that we're not confused because there's too many white lines. What color should we use here? Yellow. Let's use yellow. So we're using yellow. Now we know if we bring yellow, we are talking about the door. Right. So can we move this away so that when we drop these lines, it's clear as to this one also. Take this out so that we're not getting confused.
So what do we need to do? every single construction line.
Yes, you've got to keep your construction lines. Now, we are looking at the door height. Therefore, that's a door height, same as that height, same as this height. So I'll start here. On that vertical line that goes to the ground line. Stop. Then take it to LVP. Now we know the height of the door. All right. And the window also. So then from picture plane, drop a vertical line to the bottom of the house. There we go. Repeat the same thing for the other corner. I'm going to repeat this for the other corner. There we go. So that we are clear that that's a door, let's color code it into yellow. Now we know, okay, that's our door. Now can you see that's your door here? So what we can do here is to trim this and trim that. All right, I forgot to trim this. Now why am I doing that? Because I want to make it dark for you. There we go. So that line dark. There we go. That's your door. But your door has got the depth. Can you see it? Right. So you're going to do the same thing. Take that corner to station point. Take it to the station point. That's a station point. Right. And it's now on picture plane. There we go. Construction there. Down. Okay, let's just extend this so it hits the ground or the bottom line of the. There we go. Now, for us to get this side, take this corner to RVP. Take it to RVP. Now, this is what it looks like. Click, click. Yes, yes. It's like that thickness on the frame. All right. So all we need to do now, let's make it dark, dark, dark. Done with that door.
We have to copy the bottom part out of that cross.
Unfortunately, here we're not supposed to have a line. In actual fact. In actual fact. Now you see, because once we have a line here, we're saying we are stepping out, so it means we're stepping down. All right. So we can have a line here. Let us have a line. Right. But it means there's no line inside. Remember, if you enter the room, here it's outside. Once you get in on the other side of this line, on the right hand side, now we are at the same level. So this line is correct. But if you have a line there, then it's wrong. Is that making sense? Because when you go out, you step down. All right.
Because what if you've got an internal step?
So it's always been like that in terms of what we see normally, that the door by the wall side and the floor inside is almost always the same level, unless otherwise there's some circumstances. Now let us complete the window. Window, yes, the height of the window, same. There we go. Right. Then what do we do now? Go to the window. That's one corner there that goes into station point. And another corner there. Is this cutting through that? Let's see. Yeah, it's not. That's the one.
Have to be that active.
Yes. It goes, it passes next to it. It's not on. It passes next to it. So you need to be accurate. Okay. So that is why I then use different colors. All right. That's why I used colors because they help me to identify the lines which I'm dealing with at that particular moment. Okay, that's the one. And you see now, I made sure. So for me, it's better for me to move this one so that I know that's the one that I'm talking about. All right. So what we're going to do now is to draw vertical lines for us to find the window. Yellow, window, and then yellow. All right, let's see now. Okay. Now we need to take it right to the bottom. Right, that's one. That's another one. So there's one more thing we didn't do here. The window height here. Right. Take this. Take this height. Take it to the vertical line. Then it goes to LVP. Now we have the window. Now there's our window. Trim that. Cut this. I'm going to cut here, there, yeah. Now there's your window. So all I have to do now with this window is to, let's make it dark. Now there's your window. But the depth from that corner, take it to RVP. There we go. So what we need now, we need to go to this point here. Take this point, SP is SP, using SP to drop it onto picture plane. Then we are now dropping it into picture plane. And there we go. We should have, now let us extend it. Then we should have and there we go. Now we don't need so much. So trim that. Now, there's a problem. We need to have this. So using your set square at that corner, take it to LVP. Take it to LVP. After that, it must go to the right hand side. And there we go. Now it means, let's trim that and trim that. Now there we go. Now we have done our window. And that's what your house look like. Now, to make it much more clear, because it may not be clear now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that so that I take all these lines away. So that I move all these lines that you don't want. See? Take all these lines that you don't need. Take that line. Take that line. And now, so that we get our proper house clear. Erase that. But now you don't erase anything. You don't erase. You leave. Yes. You don't leave anything. This is just to make sure that it's clear to you or what we have done. So this line here, we didn't make it dark. It's the last line that we're going to make dark. And there's our house. No, you're not going to do the garage simply because you already know. You already know. You're going to repeat the same thing of what I've showed you. And that's your house. Based on this, are there any questions? So that's how you do your 2-point perspective. There's your house. The garage, you'll be repeating the same thing. Yes. Any questions?
Sir, when you're talking about it, how do you know which lines you should draw to, like when you're selecting the lines there?